it is time for our Virgin Gaming Tip of the Week, submitted by Barbara Amanda 43. Gibbs, what adjustments did you make at halftime in last week's Game of the Week, Force versus the boy EB?
I was actually talking about a little bit earlier, but one of the things I focused heavily on was taking away. He was targeting downfield against me a lot. So what I did is I went to a quarters three deep style defensive scheme. So it's quarters three deep. I just played a lot of three-man deep coverage. And what I was saying, Farles, was I was going to concede and give him everything underneath. I just didn't want to get beat downfield. He was beating me downfield. So what I was doing was just playing a cover three shell, and I was bringing over the deep defender and bringing him over like the tight end area. And I didn't want to get beat deep. I wasn't going to allow it. So I played extra coverage deep. Then he was not patient. All his patterns. So what he was doing a lot was he was running two deep corners, and then he would run a deep streak over the middle of the field and kind of block the halfback and maybe one underneath the zig. So what ended up happening was he didn't have enough underneath patterns. So having those extra three guys deep playing the deep third part of the field with shading the coverage in, might I add, that's also very important.
So that's a big tip.
And bringing on the deep safety down, he's going to be a step behind in the middle of the field. So if you did throw those seam passes, now there's extra defenders deep to help defend against that pass.
And that interception right there was a lot like your...
Kind of what happened, actually.
What actually took you back into this game. You were able to get an interception downfield with Kyle Arrington. He was a great opponent, though. He got up early, 10-0. Gibbs fought back. It was a great battle here on the PlayStation for the Game of the Week. Now, we're going to be playing, like we said, in a little bit. All right, let's go full screen where Tech Guy obviously has full screen on Gibbs. I'm going to narrate it. Gibbs here.
Oh! Devastating. Good patience. Good patience there, kiddo. You know what happened was he didn't have the patience that we talked about earlier in TWIM. What did we talk about? Coverage. You sneak the blitz in when you need it, and that's something he's got to work on.
Was he too aggressive with his blitzing?
No, he just wasn't. He didn't stick to the halfback draws, and he'd force throws rather than sit there and wait. And then towards like that last drive there, he did. He was very patient, and it worked out very well for him.